Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, classmates. So, my report is about different forms of art. So, what is arts? The art term art is related to the Latin word ars, meaning art, skill, or craft. Art allow us to express our creativity and nurture imaginations in the creation of aesthetic objects, environments, or experiences that can be shared with others. So, the meaning of the word art is ability, process, product. So, ability, the human capacity to make things of beauty and things that stir us, skill, mastery, and creativity. Process, the different classification of art such as drawing, painting, sculpting, architecture, music, and photography. Method and processes. Product, the third is product, the completed work, painting, sculpture. So, what are the seven forms of forms? First is painting. So, painting, the expression of ideas and emotions with the creation of certain aesthetic qualities in a two-dimensional visual language. The elements of this language is shape, lines, colors, tones, and texture are used in the various ways to produce sensation of volume, space movement, and light on the flat surface. So the second is the sculpture. So sculpture, an artistic form in which our plastic materials are worked into three-dimensional art object. The design of the designs may be embodied in freestanding objects, in reliefs of surfaces, in or in environments ranging from table O's to context that envelop the spectator. So the third is literature. So, literature is art that shares a story and develops a theme for the audience, while it can stand alone as a form of arts. It also is closely related to others art forms. Music is similar to poetry in pattern and rhyme or rhythm. It can also reflect the same social concerns as literature and often represents a time in history. The fourth is theater. Theater is a collaborative arts form which combines word, voice, movement, and visual elements. To express meaning, the field of theater encompasses not only live improvised and scripted work, but also dramatic forms such as film, television, and other electronic media. So the fifth is architecture. Architecture, the art and technique of designing and building. As this the So again, the fifth is architecture. So architecture, the art and technique of designing and building, as distinguished from the skills associated with construction. The practice of architecture is employed to fulfill both practical and expressive requirements, and those it serves both utilitarian and aesthetic ends. So, six is cinema. Cinema Art cinema is often defined as an artistic or experimental work experiencing symbolic meaning through the medium of film. It is ambiguous, aesthetically rich, complex, and sadly, it's often defined as commercially unfit for the mass audience. So the last is music. So music art concerned with combining vocal or instrumental sounds for beauty of form or emotional expression, usually according to the cultural standards or rhythm, melody, and in most Western music, harmony. Both the simple folk song and the complex electronic composition belong to the same activity musics. So, shukran. That's all.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Good day to everyone, especially to our facility teachers, Ma'am Johani Z. Yusuf. So our topic today is all about the genres of painting. So what are the genres? The genres paintings are traditionally divided into 5 categories or genres. The establishment of these genres are their relative status in relation to one another stems from the philosophy of art promoted by the great European academies of fine art, like the Royal Academy in London and the influential French Academy of Fine Arts. So this is the 5 painting of genres. The number 1 is history painting. The number 2 is portrait art. The number 3 is genre painting. The number 4 is landscape painting. The number 5 is still life painting. The history painting is traditionally the most respected of all the genres history. Painting is not limited to pictures depicting historical scenes. The term derives from the Italian word storia, meaning narrative story, and refers to paintings showing the exemplary deeds and struggles of moral figures. So this is the example of history painting. Details showing the Virgin Mary from the descent from the cross in 1440. One of the great religious painting by Roger van der Weyden of the 15th century Flemish school. The portraiture or portrait art includes pictures of people, deities, or mythological figures in human form. The genre includes group portraits as well as those of individuals. Portraits of individual may be face only or head and shoulder or full body. Academic portraiture is executed according to certain convention concerning dress, the position of hands and other details. So this is the example of portrait art. Portrait of Baldassare Castiglione, one of the greatest portrait paintings of the High Renaissance genius Raphael. Genre paintings. Genre paintings or genre scenes refers to the pictures that portray ordinary scenes of everyday life. Subjects include domestic settings, interiors, celebrations, tavern scenes, markets, and other street situations. Whatever the precise content, the scenes is typically portrayed in a non-idealized way, and the characters are not endowed with any heroic or dramatic attributes. This is the example of genre painting. Young woman with a water jug. In 1662, Metropolitan Museum, NY, by the Jan Vermeer, one of the greatest genre paintings of the Dutch Golden Age. Landscape. The term landscape painting comes from the Dutch word "landschap", meaning a patch of ground, and denotes any picture whose main subject is the depiction of the scenic view, such as field, hillscape, mountainscapes, trees, riverscape, forests, sea views, and seascapes. This is the example of landscape. Lower Norwood under snow in 1870 National Gallery, London. Camille Pissarro, one of the famous Impressionist landscape paintings of the 19th century French school. Still life. A still life painting typically comprises an arrangement of objects, such as flower or any group of mundane objects, laid out on a table. It derives from the Dutch word stilleben, a term used in 17th century Dutch painting to describe pictures previously entitled fruits or flower pieces, a form of still life painting. So this is the example of still life painting. Bouquet of Flowers in 1884 by Ivan Kramskoy. Tretyakov Gallery, Moscow, one of the great still lifes of 19th century Russian painting.